After a 2-1 defeat here at the Pirelli Stadium, Mick, disappointment at the cliche game of two halves. It certainly was this afternoon, Luton taking the lead but then succumbing to two in the second period.
I've said to the players, and now we've got a chance, one last chance next week against Oxford. We didn't perform today. Ever since I was given the opportunity to manage the football club, that's probably our worst performance in terms of the way we played. And I don't mind getting beat, and I think Burton thoroughly deserved the victory. I thought they played very well. I thought the movement, they were very good, and we couldn't contain them at times. So you've got to give them a little bit of credit. So overall, we're very, very disappointed, but we move on, and I will not accept the way we played today in terms of the way we played. We went too long at times. We went too direct, and that's not what we're about. Maybe the players, ourselves, the staff, were maybe a little bit nervy, a bit edgy, but we felt we didn't really have any control in the game today, and that's the most disappointing factor.
Could it be fair to say that the pressure was getting to the players, knowing that finishing line could be crossed this afternoon?
It could have been, but they're calm. They've trained well. They've been the normal selves, and I couldn't detect anything in there. Obviously, when we got a lead, maybe a fortunate lead in my opinion, I thought, because they created numerous opportunities in the first half, got themselves into some great positions and some excellent defending from us. But overall, I thought we weren't really at the races today. I've got to be honest with you.
Unusual for the Hatters to lose a game that they've taken the lead, and James Collins gave them that lead in the first half on the half hour, his 25th goal of the season, and things looking so good at that time, particularly here and with scores elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what the scores are elsewhere at the moment, but all I'm interested in is how we can get ourselves up for next Saturday, which will be quite easy really in terms of what we need to do and who we're going to face. Going back to James Collins' goal, I thought even though we weren't at the races at times, I think we could have played better in the first half. In terms of our counter attacks weren't really great, and that's one of our fortes. So I mean, even as bad as we played, if we'd have been a bit more not energetic, but a bit more clever on the counter-attacks, we could have even got a bigger lead, but I've got to give credit to Burton. I thought they were excellent today.
After two games where we've created 20 plus chances and shots on goal, today very limited and very few, a real contrast.
Absolutely, and you've got to give the opposition credit at times. You know, they probably, I don't know, for maybe 60-70% of the game they were probably in control of possession, and if you don't have possession you can't score goals. So when Nigel had his team playing very well, we dipped in and out of the game sporadically, but overall we're disappointed with the performance.
You're saying you're not knowing of scores elsewhere. Barnsley have won, Sunderland, Portsmouth have drawn, so we're looking at Tuesday night, and then potentially we're looking at the last day decider for something. We shouldn't be in that position the way things have been so recently. Coming down to the final game and the pressure that puts on everything now for a week.
Yeah, well, you say that, and we've got no divine right to be in any position. We have to work hard. We have to treat every game as a cup final. We have to roll our sleeves up. We have to get about teams, and today we didn't. At the start of the season, we'd have taken this position with one game to go. So it's been a long job, and we're coming to the end of it, and it's getting slightly tricky. But I have every confidence in the staff and the players and the football club to get over the line.
You made one change from the side for Tuesday night, James Shea returning in goal. Was that just purely down to his fitness and him being your number one keeper now?
Well, James has played 38 games this season and he hasn't really made many mistakes. He hasn't had a lot to do throughout the season, and it was the right thing to do to put James back in because he just missed out through illness.
And then Alan McCormack, a welcome return on the bench, albeit it wasn't needed or wasn't used this afternoon, but useful to have Alan back and hopefully fully fit, ready for next Saturday as well. Well,
he's trained for 2 or 3 days. He hasn't trained long, and we felt we needed his experience in and around the squad, and he was part of the squad today, and he was on the bench. If he was needed today, we would have used him. So hopefully he'll be available for next Saturday.
and the substitutes you did use very attacking in Moncur and Cummings and Cornick, but they couldn't, or despite their best efforts, couldn't find a breakthrough and find that chance to get the equaliser either.
No, we weren't fluent today. We weren't as fluent as we normally are. We went back to front too much from the goalkeeper. We were playing downwind second half, and the ball was just, I mean, it wasn't the way I want us to play at this moment in time, and we're disappointed in the performance at this stage of the season. But as I said, we'll get them back up. Yeah.
You said on Tuesday night, obviously a case of picking them back up after that last-minute equaliser, the 2 points drop there. You've got a week now to prepare and to get the players turned around, knowing that that prize is there next Saturday evening.
Absolutely, it's massive. It's life-changing for everyone. It's life-changing for the players, for staff, for me. It's life-changing for everyone, and we so desperately want to do it. And maybe the nerves showed a little bit today, but as I've said, you've got to give Nigel teams a bit of credit. I thought they were excellent today, and better than us today.
And how much will you be looking at the scorelines during the course of Tuesday night to see whether Portsmouth don't win? Sunderland now look as though the goal difference is the critical thing for them, but Portsmouth a victory against Peterborough.
I've got to be honest with you, I don't know any situations. I don't know how many points behind, how many goal difference. I don't look. All I do is concentrate on our results, the way we play. But maybe I should have. Maybe I should check them out and see where we are. But yeah, obviously I'll be checking them out and seeing all the differentials of what we need to get up.
Thanks so much.
Pleasure.
Matty Pearson had a goal disallowed to make it 2-0. Did the players think that was a foul on the goalkeeper?
Well, the referee was in a good position as normal, and he just pointed. I think it was a tug on the goalkeeper, but I haven't really spoke to anyone about it in terms of was it a free kick. I've no idea.
How tough was that win to play in as well? I mean, first half, any kind of clearance just came straight back, didn't it?
No, it was difficult. It was real difficult conditions. I mean, it was a gale force wind out there at times, and but we don't use that as an excuse. I mean, it was the same for both teams, and I thought they equipped themselves better than we did in terms of the way they dealt with the conditions. And listen, you got to give them a bit of credit, Burton. I thought on the day they were a real good outfit and looked a good team, and at times outplayed us.
And just how frustrating with the goals as well, because they're very unlikely goals to concede today, weren't they?
Yeah. My first one was from a set play. Absolutely disappointing in a set play too. Not one header but two headers, and I think it was in the penalty area. And the guys got down the outside and whipped the cross in and a tap in maybe from 6-7 yards. So I don't know, every goal's disappointing, but I just think the first one rocked us a little bit.
The while went off, seemed to be injured. Is that
he just had cramp, Kaz.
Oh, so
he just had cramp. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.